Ahoy, matey. This is B. Brzezinski here, and I'm going to take you on a magical journey to learn more about different countries and the flags of other countries. But more importantly, we are going to learn how to create a web page and set anchors along the web page. The first thing that we need to do is open up our server. So open up your server. It may be on your desktop back here, or you can find your server in the dock by just clicking on the Finder, and it opens up a Finder window, and on the left-hand side panel in the shared column you can find your Student 2 or Student 1 server, depending on what server you're using. It's a student server, and then find your name right here. Open up your name, and we're going to go into your Documents folder. Once inside your Documents folder, we need to create a new folder. Let's create a new folder so that the web page knows exactly where all the files are. So we're going to create a new folder by clicking on this widget right here and say new folder, and it's going to go inside your Documents folder. New folder. Or we could do Command Shift N will also give us a new folder in our Documents folder. It starts off untitled, but we want to retitle this folder as last name, then your first name, and then flag. Hit return and it will label that folder for you. That's where we're going to save the picture of our flag and also all the information on an HTML document right inside this folder. You'll see how that works out a little bit later. Now on to NView. NView is an editor, a web editor. You can click on NView in your dock, or you could find NView from your Applications folder in your Finder window. I just open up the Applications folder and then I find NView. It's in alphabetical order. I double click, I open. Make sure we save this file, so let's go up to the toolbar and click the Save button right here. I click on the Save, the drop down window opens up, and I'm going to type in my last name, then my first name, hyphen flag, and click OK. A new drop-down window opens, or a Save As dialog box opens, and I'm going to hit the drop-down arrow over here because I want to save it to my server in the flag folder that I just created. So I hit my drop-down on the right. I click on Student, Student 1, whatever I need to click on over here. I select my first and last name from the center here, and I'm going to go into my Documents folder, and I'm going to select the flag folder. That's where it's going to be saved. This is what's going to be named, and it's going to create an HTML document. Leave that on the end there. You need that HTML at the end. So then I hit save in the lower right hand side of my box, and it will go to that folder. I can always check that folder by looking right here in my server folder and Documents and Flag, and there is the HTML file. It was saved to the proper spot inside my last name, first name, flag. Make sure, it's very important that everything go inside the same folder. So the NView window opens, and if you look at it, it performs a lot like a word processor. You have a lot of text gets larger, text gets smaller, color the text, left-hand margin, center, so on and so forth across the top. So it's very basic. Even if I type in hello right here, this saved will become a web page that will just simply say hello on it. HTML code at any time for this web page by looking across the bottom of the page. Okay, if I look across the bottom, you will see it says source right here, and if I click on that, you will see the actual HTML code that makes up this document that only says the word hello, as you can see here. So this is what the web page or the web browser, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, actually reads, and this is how it looks on the other end. It's only going to say the word hello. Delete the word hello, and I'm going to leave room here because this is where the picture of a flag will go. So I'm going to switch over, go back to where I'm watching this video, and just below where I'm watching this video, let's take a look, is right down here where I see a link to the flags. Okay, so I can open this up, and you see here it says hold the control button, or you could right click. If the right click is working on your mouse, you can right click, or hold the control button down on the lower left hand side of your screen or your keyboard and select Open in a New Window. So Control on the lower left-hand side of your keyboard, open it up in a new window by clicking on it, and you'll see the flags. You can go through and check out any one of these flags. And at the bottom of the page, you can hit Next and continue going through all the different flags and pick out one that you like or that you would like to do your project on. So I come across this Moldova flag right here, and I just like the look of it, so I'm going to use Moldova. So I do not want to drag the flag right to my document. I don't want to do that. That's not going to work. So what I need to do is drag this flag to my server folder inside the folder where the HTML page is, because that is where everything is going to be stored for this project inside that folder. So here's what I do. I find my folder that has last name, first name, flag on it. I may have to, go through student 2, my name, my documents, but I found the first name, last name, first name, flag folder. And I'm going to go and I'm going to take this file and I'm going to click and drag it to my folder with the flag in it. Now you see it says there's a GIF file inside. If it didn't work the first time, try it again. It says there's a GIF file, and that is a moving file just like you see back here. That's what's going to make this image wave, the flag wave right there. So we have that file in there, and now we can move it to our project, to our document. So I'm going to go to my document in NView, the NView window now, and I'm going to take my flag out of my folder here and move it into the NView window. So I take it here, I drag it, and I'm going to plop it right into the NView window, and you can see it right here. Now it's not going to move in my NView window because this is just the editor. So it just took one picture of the flag. Later, when I look at this HTML page in a web browser, it will actually move. Okay, so don't be alarmed. It's just going to be still for now. But yep, that's how it looks. I'm just going to do a quick editing process right here real quick. I'm just going to click on my flag and I'm going to move it to the center of my screen. I'm going to do this by using this centering button right here, Align Center, which will drop it into the middle of my screen. And that means that no matter how large or big I make my web browser window, it'll always line up right in the middle. So I have it lined up right in the middle of my screen. Just underneath that, I want to type in the name of the country. So I'm going to go to the right-hand side of my flag, and I get my cursor up over here, and when I hit return, it'll drop down one row. Okay, so I clicked on the right-hand side, I hit return, and now I can type in the country, the name of my country, Moldova. What is it? M-O-D-O-V. Moldova. There it is. Okay, I got it straight now. I can also format this by double-clicking on the title right here. I can increase the font size by doing this little number right here, so I can make it larger. And I'm going to change the color. I can click on this little option right over here, and it says choose color for text. Not this one, that's the background color. This is a highlight color. Don't want either one of those. I want the color for the text. Drop down. I'm going to pick out a color that matches the flag, and I click OK. And now the color matches the flag, and I'm good to go. Let me just drop some knowledge on you real quick here. NView, the software, is an HTML editor. It will edit HTML pages. However, HTML pages want to open up in Firefox or Safari normal web browsers. So if you were to go to your file without NView open, you'll see the Firefox icon. It wants to open up in Firefox. So if I open this up, it's going to want to open up in Firefox, and I can't edit anything. I'm clicking here, I'm trying to delete things. I can't delete anything. Okay? So what I need to do is make sure that if I need to get back in to edit this HTML page, As you can see here, the page is last name, first name, HTML. That will be your last name and first name. If I want to edit the page, I first have to open up NView. So I'm going to click on the NView icon to open it up, and then I'm going to click Open from NView, then go through the file structure to find my folder again that has my HTML file in it. Documents, flag, and here is my HTML file, so where I originally saved it. Now I can open it back up and start editing it because I can delete things and move things around now, as you can see here. Now that I chose the country that I'm going to do my web page on, I need to find the information. So I'm going to go to the stack of books just below this video here. You'll see the icon of the stack of books. And I'm going to open up this link, and it goes to encyclopedia.com. So I'm going to right-click or control-click on it, open it up in a new window, and you'll see that encyclopedia.com webpage will open up. Now I need to search for my country, so I'm just going to type in my country. Get my name right, Moldova, and I'm just going to do a search. Looking at the links that appear, I'm going to find Moldova, and it's talking about the Republic of Moldova, and that's the one I want. So I click on it, and over here I will see that there's lots of information, and we are going to make this type of thing right here, where we have links at the top and anchors at the bottom, happen on our web page as well. So we're going to do just about the exact same thing as the example here. So if I click on climate, you'll see it'll automatically go to climate down on the page. And so I could go back and click on another topic like religions, and you'll see religions, it'll jump right to that religion spot, which is called anchoring. We're going to anchor and then link things to the anchors. There's an anchor here that you can't see. We're going to show you how to do that. So what I need to do is I'm going to choose 4 of these topics right here, and I'll just go through and I'll choose any 4. I'll click on population here, for instance, and I'll copy and paste this tidbit here about population all the way until the last part of the paragraph. Then I'll use my copy. I can control copy, I can use control C to copy, or I can go to the edit menu at the top of the page and do edit copy. Then I'll come back over to my NView window, and I will clear out some space here. I want to do it just a couple lines down, and I want to make it on the left-hand side, not centered with the document, but I'll put it on the left-hand side over here. And to do that, I will align left right here with this button. And this is a very good learning moment. If this happens, where I can't get to align my item here, it's a little glitch. What we're going to do is hit source over here. We're going to check the source real quick. This is the HTML source. And then we'll go back to normal. And now it will let me do this. This also works if I can't change the color of my text. It will also allow me to change the color of the text if I just go from source to normal, and then I could do whatever I needed to do again. So that's a little trick there of the trade. Now I'm ready to paste in my information because I'm on the left margin, and I could do right-click and copy, or right-click and paste, or I can hit Command-V. This all ended up in the centered position anyway, so I'm going to highlight my words, click on the left, and now it's all left aligned, just the way I wanted it. So now you should go through and you should select 4 of these items, and they could be any of the items, history, government, any of these things. Just highlight, copy, and paste them into your NView window. So I'm going to copy and paste one topic at a time and make sure that I get the entire paragraph. I copy it, I bring it over to my NView window, and I paste it in the next available spot. So here I might have to hit return, and it will give me a couple lines down over here, and now I'm ready to paste it in. Command V for victory will paste that information in. So Command C to copy, Command V to paste, and you'll see it starts right here from history on down. You choose 4 different topics, 4 different headings, drop them into your NView window now. You may need to pause this video, come back to it when you're done. I have my 4 topics. I have all these paragraphs in here. As you can see, I pasted all this information in from the website into the document. Now is a good time to just save as a safety check right here, just to make sure I don't lose any information. I'm just going to click on Save to save it. Now, just as the encyclopedia.com's webpage, there were anchors, there was links at the top, and there's anchors down below. So when I click on migration, it will automatically zoom me to the part of the page that talks about migration right here. We're going to do the same thing using NView. We're going to create anchors. Just like the anchor of a ship is links, they have a chain link that goes to the anchor that's down below the ship. We are going to set anchors that will be down page from the link. So we're going to highlight the heading of our topic paragraph here. So we're going to highlight the heading. This was my first heading, and I could tell it's my first heading because it's all in capital letters. So that's a good way to tell. And then I'm going to click on the anchor button up here at the top. It will automatically name it, what I have, the word that I have highlighted here, and I just click OK. You will see that a little anchor shows up right on the side of the word population. I'm going to go down and do that for all my headings now. Double click on history to highlight the word. I click the anchor. I hit OK once I know that it's the anchor for history. Scroll down, wait till I see my next anchor heading. Double click on it, hit anchor, and do it for my 4th one as well. Go ahead and do that. Now I have all my anchors set. All I need now is to link to the anchor, the links of a chain you could think of it as. So what I need to do is create links at the top of the page so that it knows exactly where to go. So I'm going to copy and paste just the same way that I have, migration at the bottom and migration at the top, right? It's going to be the same here. I'm going to copy the title of that paragraph here. I'm going to drop down a couple lines, and then I'm going to put in the title just above. So I paste it into place. So I double click, Command C to copy, click up above, Command V for victory to paste. Double click the next topic, hit return, get a little empty space there, hit V to paste. And keep going through with all 4 of my headings. Go ahead and do that now. You may need to pause the video. So I have all my headers at the top of the page. These are the topic words for the paragraphs down below. They are not linked yet. I haven't made the links yet, but you can see the population and then population anchor down below the boat. As you can see, the history is down below the boat. I have history as the topic up here. And now I'm going to set anchors. It's the same type of thing here. I have all my headings up at the top, and then down below I have the information. Same thing here. So now it's time to set the anchor. To set the anchor, all I have to do is simply highlight the word. I'm going to double click on the word. It's going to highlight it for me or select it. And then I'm going to click the link button up here at the top. I click on link, and it says, where do you want to link it? Now the anchor is right up here. It says I can select a named anchor or heading from the pop-up list below. So I click on this, and right here are the names of all my anchors that I've set down on the page. So obviously population was the first one. I click on population, and now this link on the page is going to be linked to the anchor of the population. So I click OK, and you can see it highlights in blue, and now it is a link that will be active once it is inside a web browser such as Safari or Firefox. So I have a link here, and it will link me to the anchor down below. I'm going to do the same thing with history. Double click on the next topic here. I click link. I hit the drop down arrow, I choose history, and I click OK. So I continue on making the links for the heading down to the anchor. Go ahead and pause the video and do that. Home stretch now, we are almost finished. Let's take a look and just make sure it works now. We have the flag up at the top. We have the name of the country. We have the links at the top, and these are the titles of the paragraphs down below that have anchors set for them. And we have our anchors down below all throughout all of our headings throughout the document. Now it's time to see if it all worked. So let's go ahead and save this document. Click on Save right here. And now it is going to be current. I can go to my server folder that has my last name, first name flag on it. It has the HTML document. And I can double click on this document right here. And it should open up in the web browser. And you will see the flag is now moving because it's inside the web browser. And I'm going to test out my links now. Let me get it on screen here for you. So I'm going to test out my links. When I click on population, population will rise to the top of the screen here. So I click on population, and as you can see, population came to the top of the screen. If I go back, I can check out the next topic right here, history. Click on history, it comes to the top of the screen. I go back, government. So all my links are working, and they link to the anchors that I have set down below. So now that I'm complete, I can close this down. I can close down my NView window. And I have the files. I have 2 files here, but I need to make sure that they come together. Because if I send just one file to the server for the web page, it's just not going to work. It's not going to find the other file right next to it because it knows it's right there, right next to it. So it needs this whole folder, last name, first name folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the back button one step, and here it is, the last name, first name, flag folder. This is the file folder that I need to turn in. I need to turn in the whole folder into the Dropbox for your class period. So this is the file. Click, drag. It has 2 files within the folder. That's what you want to turn in today. Thank you. Have a good day.